Hey guys, it's Amber here with Gear Up, and we've got another new arrival video coming your way. Tons of new knives, as well as some great new books that we are carrying in the store for the first time ever. So I'm going to jump right into it. I hope everybody's doing well so far. 12-inch shooting targets, back in stock. This is a restock item. We carried these, we were out for a while, so we have those back available. This is the TDI Ladyfinger by Ka-Bar, a great tactical knife. Extremely popular with law enforcement. Nice hard Kydex sheath. We have that back in stock. And in addition, where are the other ones? As this is my first time going through all this stuff. I haven't even checked the inventory. Okay, yeah. In addition, we also got the Ka-Bar TDI knife. So one of our best-selling knives, very similar to the Ladyfinger, a little bit more beefy, if you will. Comes with a nice case. I'm opening this right as we go. Nice hard Kydex sheath, easy to clip onto a vest or your pocket. And then the knife itself has a beautiful curvature, a great fighting knife as well. Small blade, good for self-defense as well as just cutting some basic options. So we have two of these available and in stock, and it fits very nicely in there, nice and secure. Takes a little oomph to actually get it out of there. Moving on, we got a so if you haven't heard, Ontario Knife Company is actually supposedly going out of business, who is the primary knife maker for Ka-Bar. Now, Ka-Bar is a separate brand. Ontario Knife Company in Ontario, New York actually makes knives. So we loaded up on some Ka-Bars in case there is some sort of shortage and inability to get them in. So Ka-Bar throwing knives. This is actually a special order. We ordered two of these. One of them is a special order, but we do have one in stock. Made by Ka-Bar, high quality throwing knives by Ka-Bar, now available and in stock. Then we got a bunch of Ka-Bar knives. This is just a standard shorty fixed blade knife. Nice Kydex sheath, Tanto style blade. Look at that, nice blackout Ka-Bar knife. So if you like Ka-Bars, you need a good fixed blade knife, we definitely are going to have a good amount of these in stock for the time being. Continuing on with Ka-Bar. So we've obviously got the fighting style knives. This is the USMC one. Serrated edge at the bottom. Nice single point blade here. So this is back in stock. We were out of these for a while. We were getting them from another vendor, and it was getting too expensive. Our retail value on them was climbed up to the 170s. We now have these. We got them at a fair and good price. They're all 150, so good price for those Ka-Bars. Fixed blade, Kydex sheath, Ka-Bar fighting knife, similar to the military one. You just got a nice hard plastic Kydex sheath, so if you prefer that over the leather sheaths, we've got one of these in stock. And then we got another Marine one, which I'm going to show you guys. Like I said, I haven't even put these up. I've inventoried them in the system. I haven't even checked all of our inventory, so this is my first time pulling them all out. And then once again, this no serrated edge, so if you don't like the serrated edge, we have this leather USMC sheath. And then lastly, for the fighting knives from Ka-Bar, we have, I believe this is the Army one, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to pull it out right as you guys are seeing this as well. Yep, so same. No, this is another USMC one. So Tanto type blade, single point blade. One of them might have been, I'm going to mistake, and let me check that first one again. One of them is supposed to be a U.S. Army sheath fighting knife. So obviously the Marines made these famous, but let me see if this one actually is Army. Nope. USMC. And USMC. They're all USMC. Okay. They may have sent us an incorrect one here, so I'm going to have to look into that, unless the Kydex one is technically the Army one. So I'll check on that for sure. This is the American Piggyback Hunter set. As you see, this is all rolled up. I should have done some better prep here. I'll try to open that up in a bit so we're not waiting here for me. And then our Razorback knife. This is one of our more popular fixed blade knives. Very cool entrenching style tool. You also have a compass. And then you have a fire starter built into this, as well as, I'm assuming this is a knife sharpener. Yep, and a knife sharpener. So very nice knife. One of our more popular fixed blade knives at a very good price point. I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't priced these out yet, but very affordable for the Razorback survival knife here. Continuing on. So from a fixed blade standpoint, our on-duty, off-duty Smith & Wesson knives just comes with a nice carrying case. One fixed blade knife in the black, and the silver pocket knife is actually a folding knife. So we have these back in stock, one of our more popular knife combos. And then this is the Oasis, I believe. Oh no, this is the Extreme Ops Liner Lock folding knife from Smith & Wesson. This is back in stock as well. Also one of our better selling Smith & Wesson knives. Continuing on with some knives from Smith & Wesson. So this one might be the Oasis. I need to find my knife so I can open this for you. So this knife's damaged, guys. So if you want this one, you can't have it. I use it to do what I'm doing now. Here we go. All right. Bear with me. Yep. All right, so this is the Oasis. Beautiful spring-assisted, or actually just standard folding knife by Smith & Wesson. Nice belt clip to keep it on you easily. So we have this back in stock. It's something that we keep in stock, or we typically carry and we've been out of. So we have that back available and in stock. More Smith & Wesson. Black handcuffs are now back in stock. The Smith & Wesson brand, so a little bit higher quality. Let me see if they take this one. Nope, I got lucky. They didn't take this one. This is their tan liner lock knife. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife here by them. Got a little bit of spring to it, not much, but just a standard folding knife. Also one of our more popular Smith & Wesson knives. This is something that we keep in stock also. We were out of it, though. We sold it earlier in the year and we were out of it, so we got that back available. And then another knife from Ka-Bar. This is the Warthog 2. This is the Tanto blade one, not the serrated edge one, but also one of our more popular knives. I think these only go for $29.99, so you can see kind of the Tanto blade. Good look at it. Nice belt clip. Easy to carry. So we got two of these bad boys in stock. These ones won't last, I can tell you right now. So if this is something you want, definitely come in ASAP to get that, or you can order it online or call it in. Moving on to a Spyderco knife. I'm going to try to cut this one open though too. All right. So we also got a Spyderco knife. I get asked about, we got one small Spyderco knife. They're pretty high priced because Spyderco does a great job with their knives for any of the knife enthusiasts out there. But we do have this tan knife that we feel we get in at a good price point for our customers. Just a beautiful all-around knife. Look at that. Nice belt clip, beautiful tan color, silver blade, serrated edge. They just do a really great job with their knives. So we do have a Spyderco folding knife now back in stock that's actually of a pocket size rather than the small ones that we've only had before. And then breaking out the American Piggyback Hunter combo knife. So you get a nice, beautiful fixed blade. I believe these handles are made in Pakistan, so very, very nice knives. Also one of our best-selling knives. You come with a mini version of that same knife. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and wait for me to open it. And then a beautiful leather sheath that carries both of them. So also something we keep in stock that we always end up carrying, a staple item in the store. This is back available and in stock for y'all as well. Moving on, so I'm going to wait on some of these survival items. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, Gerber Trust multi-tool. This is one of our best-selling multi-tools. We got this in a while ago for the first time. Seth, if you're watching this, I know he bought it immediately, got another one in, sold immediately. So a great multi-tool, something we like to keep in stock of high quality by a great brand in Gerber. And then for the first time, a Ka-Bar tactical hatchet. This is beautifully made. If you're looking for a tactical throwing hatchet, buy a high quality brand like Ka-Bar. We've got this in for the first time ever, a brand new item. So stop on in if you've been in the market for a tactical hatchet. Foam practice nunchucks in black. We've got these back in stock. Our CRKT Eden Tools Titanium, one of our best-selling survival items. We got a couple of these back in stock. These never last as well, and they're at a very affordable price point. I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm not going to tell you guys incorrectly. And then the Ka-Bar Spork knife. So this is a spork spoon fork combination, and then you can pull it apart, and it turns right into a knife. So we have a couple of these in option. Also a staple item we like to keep in stock in the store. Emergency whistle, as it's lightning outside right now. That's why I'm shooting this video in the middle of the day here. Orange safety whistle, great thing to have in bug out bags. outdoors, especially around kids and stuff like that. And then a water filter bottle made by Membrane Solutions. This is a blue color one, so you're able to just put water and have it filtered in as you drink it without putting in the tablets. Just makes things a lot easier for those of you who are in like survival type situations. And then government issued Camanga Tritium Compass. So we got one of these back in stock, the Lensatic one here. Beautiful, great, high quality compass. So if you're in the market for a high quality compass, we now have this one back in stock. Just to kind of show you how it works, made right here in the USA. This is what they issue into the military. Very hard to find issued used ones. People usually don't let them go. So we do have one that's absolutely brand spanking new. So you don't have to worry about any malfunctions, and made from a great high quality brand and Camanga. So that's all I got from the knife standpoint. Now, moving on to the books. I told you guys we got a ton of books, survival type books for you guys to have accessible here at the store. I feel like these are great items to have. I'm a big reader myself, and putting these in bug out bags, even reading them during story time with kids, just kind of leisurely reading where you're actually stimulating your mind by reading and also getting some great information that can help you in dire situations are great. First, this is a huge wave. The Ultimate Guide to Survival, the Bushcraft book. So I know Bushcraft is going really, really big these days. So this is a Bushcraft book that we're keeping in stock. This one here is an emergency war surgery book. This is a survivalist medical manual issued by the Department of Defense. So military surgeons, this is what they refer to as a great book to also keep in a bug out bag to kind of self-teach yourself, God forbid, if you're in a situation where you might need to save somebody's life. Sticking with the military, the U.S. Army Ranger Handbook. So the old school military manual one is out of stock. So we got this one in. Same content, just a little bit different kind of cover. So if you're in search for a Ranger manual, we have these available. And then sticking with the military, this is the Green Beret Survival Guide. So you got beautiful pictures on the inside, and then a lot of content. This book itself is, let me see if they got some page numbers. Only about 200 pages, so not too bad. So this is back available and in stock for you guys. Back available. This is our first time carrying it. Family Survival Guide. So this is the best way for families to prepare. So if you have a family and you're kind of thinking, okay, me and my wife are adults, how do we also incorporate the kids? What are we going to need for the kids? This is a great book to kind of guide you in that realm. How to purify and store water, how to construct different shelters, what to pack and not pack in bug out bags, because weight is going to be an issue, especially if traveling with children. And then the Universal Survival Innovations Prior Prep Manual. This is great. This just has a bunch of useful facts and different things in there, full of color, kind of an all-in-one guide, way to kind of take notes and do things correctly, how to find routes for evacuation, and so on and so forth. The Scouting Guide to Wilderness First Aid. So once again, beautiful color in here with great examples, dental pain, different things to kind of do, how to triage, what to include in a first aid kit. More than 200 pages in this one. And then another Green Beret Survival Manual, a little bit different than this one. This is a lot thicker. This one's issued by the Department of Defense. It's a comprehensive guide to everything survival in any sort of situation. And then an essential guide to self-sufficient living. That's this one right here. Grow your own vegetables, herbs, indoors in containers or outside in our garden. Raise chickens or goats. Tons of great stuff if you're trying to make more use out of your land, which a lot of people are doing these days, very wisely, I may add. That's a great guidebook there to kind of help you in that regard. This one we've had in stock before. This is our U.S. Army Survival, Evasion, and Recovery book. Able to survive in any situations what the Army actually uses. Also Department of Defense one. I showed you the Camanga compass. So if you're without a compass, we got a book in to kind of help guide you how to navigate without a compass. And that's this one right here. And then the Guide to Making Fire Without Matches. Boom. Also a great book to have if you run out of matches, you don't have a fire starter. Gives you some great pictured examples in here as well. Prepper's Pantry for all those preppers out there. Some essential food, different items to kind of have in your pantry during hurricane season, which is coming up. Great guidebook here. Speaking of guidebook, we got the Ultimate Guide to Hiking, how to choose the best gear. All those who are new to hiking, things to kind of consider. Hiking can be very simple or it can be a daunting mission over a couple days. You don't want to be in a situation where you're unprepared and God forbid you're lost off the track. So a great book to kind of help you with that kind of stuff. And then we got 2 books by this Badass brand, the Badass Survival Secrets and then the Badass Preppers Guidebook. Both of these are now in stock. And then Foraging for Survival. This is edible wild plants in North America. So also a pretty cool food style guidebook. And I'm almost done, guys. Hopefully the book stuff's not boring, y'all. But I think this stuff's essential. And my last batch here. So this is a nice little guidebook. Pocket Guide to Emergency First Aid. Something you can keep in the car. As well as bug out bags. The Pocket Outdoor Survival book. That's this one right here. Discover everything you need to know. Trip planning, survival kits, food, etc. This is something we keep in stock. Knife throwing book. We've got this back available. Healing Herbs, how to grow, store, and maximize their medicinal power. This is a great one to also have because you want to be able to use what's out there if you can't get to a pharmacy or get to a hospital. So good handy book there. And then going along with that theme, the Complete Guide to Edible Wild Plants. So if you can't find food, you're unable to hunt, kind of gives you a guide on what plants you can kind of eat to get those nutrients, what plants are safe. The Ultimate Survival Medicine Guide. This is really emergency preparedness for any disaster. Helps you kind of guide you in different things from trauma to how to carry somebody to mass casualty incidents. Moving on, Backyard Medicine, very similar to the herb one. Nice pictures in this one as well. How birch leaf is a remedy for kidney stones. Never knew that. My mom has kidney stones. It's good to know. Just different things and what they can actually do based on historically finding and information that's not readily out there. Speaking of military ones, the U.S. Navy SEAL Survival Handbook. This one looks amazing. I might snag this myself. I'm just kidding. I'm going to put it out there, but may read it as well and order it. But lots of great stuff based on information gathered by our brave U.S. Navy SEALs. So check that one out if you're in the market for that. And then a knots book is always great. The Ultimate Guide to Tying Knots gives some great examples. Knots can be essential into mounting gear and making sure things are safe. And then we also got a Practical Paracord Projects book. This gives you a bunch of different styles and stuff to do with paracord. Paracord should be in everybody's survival kit. This is a good book just to kind of reference so that you can also make the knots and utilize different things with your paracord because obviously it can withstand a lot more. And then we have a Basic Survival Beginner's Guide book as well. This one also has some beautiful pictures, some different stuff from chemical things to planning stuff if you're in a group, first aid techniques. Great stuff in here. And then last 2 books, Back to Basics, a complete guide to just traditional skills. This is a great book to have if you're just getting into the survival stuff. So it gives you step-by-step sequences, a lot of photographs, charts, and a lot of practical stuff for living out on the land. And then lastly, the Survival Handbook by the U.S. Air Force. This one is also issued by the Department of Defense. Can't see this one lasting long either. So this one's great. First aid for illness, finding your way without a map, building fire. So this is an all-in-one of some of the smaller ones. It also talks about animal tracks and things like that. We had an animal track. Oh, yep, I lumped that together. Pocket Guide to Animal Tracks as well, to animals/tracks. So this is a good one out there so you can kind of identify what hoofs belong to who. You can kind of see if you're in danger based on what animals might be out there. And then they lump them into families, like that's the weasel family. So that's all I got from you guys. Some new arrivals, some great new stuff. First time we've had some really a large amount of new arrivals in quite some time. So summer's coming to an end. Get ready for fall hunting season. Tiger Stripe Camos, our camo of the month. It's 15% off throughout August. Definitely come by and see us. I appreciate the support. Website should be live, if not by the end of this week, next week. So going to be a little bit newer design. I'm waiting to get all the products up there so that people don't think that we don't have the inventory in store. So if you are watching this and you don't see as many products, just know there's a lot more in store. We are slowly trying to get them up there, but it's taken forever. So appreciate you guys watching. Hit us with that like. Comment below what is most appealing to you. Hit us with that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And I appreciate it. I hope everybody had a great summer. Staying safe out there. Thanks, guys.